to another episode of Get Off My Lawn. I am Al the Geek, and this is our bi-weekly show where myself and one Captain Xavier talk about everything that's foam-flinging related. We are two grumpy old men, so what are we going to do? We're going to probably complain about stuff, talk about stuff, meander, go tangent on crazy things, but ultimately we will talk about things that are foam-flinging related, or at least tangent off of it. We haven't lost our minds completely yet, although that is our goal one day and probably inevitable. However, in the meantime, we will take advantage while we're still kind of sharp, like a sharp crayon, maybe sharp, that we can actually do this. Once again, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe. World Foam Alliance. This is the YouTube channel, and we are developing a site. Yes, I know it seems like it's been taking forever, but remember, we're a nonprofit. What does that mean? We have no money, and you got to pay people to make a website for you. So we are working our way through that and collecting funds to make it so. Ultimately, the goal the World Foam Alliance want is to connect people. It's amazing how many of us exist, how many of us are in the same area, same places, don't even know we're in each other's backyards. But that way, through the World Foam Alliance, you can find other foam flingers. You can get together. You can have events. You can have wars. You can have mod parties. You can do all things that are foam flinging related. That is our goal, and that is our mission to connect. Otherwise, things coming up. Interesting. It's a summer. So Maryland Mayhem has happened. It was a great show. Survival Fest happened. Lucky I went to that show. Right now, I shouldn't skip this one. Obviously, End War is coming up. End War is coming in 2 weeks. It's in North Carolina, and I'm going to guess it is going to be stupidly hot. I cannot make it to that for reasons which we'll get into soon. But otherwise, yes, don't forget, if that's the only one you can make it out to, at least make it out to something. And these big events are always so much fun. So many people come out. Never mind, you get people from all over the place. So again, End War is coming up in about 2 weeks. It is in North Carolina, and you can find out information there about it. After that, I think they're local events, but then also you have APOC and BPOC, which is happening in August. There are sponsorship availabilities. They may still have a gold sponsorship left if you want to spend that much money, but if not, they have other levels as well. So APOC and BPOC are coming up. That's going to be in August. It's in New Jersey. It is hot, but everyone that goes always still goes, and they have a lot of fun doing it. So APOC and BPOC, and we'll probably be talking about it as well. Most likely Andrew, a.k.a. Dart Sweep. We'll probably be talking about it as well and hosting them and giving them more details the closer we get to the event, just like they always do. And then again, obviously later in the year, we do have, I almost said Oktoberfest. No, Ragnar Oktoberfest, which is always a great event out in California. I am going to try to make out for that one. But then also Ball Madness officially is on the calendar as well. Not too many details yet, but Ball Madness is also coming up later on in the year. So be sure to sign up and like that one. Never mind all the crazy things that whatever it is Captain Xavier does out in Washington State in the Pacific Northwest. We should ask him. Cap, man, what's shaking, brother? How are you?
I'm over here making noise. I am well. Yes, Small Madness was awesome. Survival Fest was awesome. I am tentatively still planning to go to RAG as well as Mall Madness. That will make for a very busy October, but they're both great events and I want to go. So I am not planning to go to End War at this time. North Carolina in July just doesn't agree with me. Someday I should probably get to either APOC or BPOC just because they're events I haven't been to. I had an event this last weekend. We did our third mall battle in Portland at the Lloyd Center Mall. We are planning to do more eventually, though we haven't set dates. July 20th is the next Borst War here in the Pacific Northwest. We will then have another one in August, and then we skip a month and we'll have one in October, which is why October is going to be busy. Luckily, they don't conflict with any of the other events I want to go to, so that's nice. I am currently pondering a trip to Detroit at the beginning of August because they do an indoor HVZ at a laser tag arena.
Really?
For a couple of hours, and I need an excuse to go to the Detroit area because there's a root beer store just across the border in Canada. And I want to go and see if they've got any I don't have. I had a new root beer just today. I had Sparky's root beer, and it's in my top 5.
Wow.
It's another honey-based, cane sugar honey-based root beer, and very, very good. And a new one just arrived in the mail from Detroit, which is why I'm in talks to potentially go to Detroit. They have sent me a new root beer, and I'm looking forward to trying that one.
But also Detroit, so you'd be meeting up with like Detroit. We got a bunch of people out in Detroit.
Yeah, Detroit Dartworks is who sent me the root beer, I think. So yeah, I'm talking to them about possibly going to their event. So that would be fun.
I just realized who else. We'll talk about that offline. Ask me later about who we might also try to convince to go to that in August.
Mm.
He lives in Canada. All right, we'll talk about that later. But always a possibility, and it's not that far from him. But I don't want to say anything because then I'm starting rumors, and then people get excited, and then I don't want to deal with that. So we will talk about this offline, but we'll hold the rest of you in suspense. Yeah. And if you keep on asking, I'm just going to say it's Hixie and deal with it.
Probably true. Another opportunity to steal his lipos.
Actually, for them, it's about a 4-hour drive, I think. We'll check with that as well. If it shows up in the chat. Yeah, that wouldn't be too bad. Not too bad, man. I was going to ask, so the last mall battle, how many people came out? Did you guys sell out again, or?
We had a smaller turnout, I think, this one than we did in previous ones. And I'm not sure why. The ticket sales were good. I think people just chickened out, which is weird because it was raining, but not heavily, and we're indoors. So I don't know. Maybe they didn't realize we were indoors and thought it was going to be in a park, or I don't know. But with everyone who came had a wonderful time. We did our usual games, and we tried a few new ones that worked out well. We did a more complex HVZ than we've done in the past. We actually took over the comp field out in the parking lot, which had a lot more room, and ran some slightly more complex scenarios and introduced some super zombies, and fun was had. So yeah, we continue to ponder large scale events there in the distant future, as well as using the space during the winter because it's indoors, so we could use it in November and December and January and February if we wanted to when it's cold and damp here. But we haven't set dates yet. But it's good to have the potential venue.
It really is. Like locally, Maryland, of the 3 groups, 2 of them are now indoors. So Maryland Nerfer has found a new venue where it's also indoors now. Because even last year, I like where they played. It was associated with the church. The church I wasn't that much of a fan of, but I never said that officially. But it's more so like the field was great, but they got rained out so many times last year where they've now moved to an indoor event. So 2 of the 3 Maryland places are now indoor venues. I don't know if it has air conditioning, which would be hot, but that ain't too bad.
Yeah,
that is not too bad, man.
So someday I might actually have enough time to be able to host my own events again here at my makerspace at the arena. Everyone that I would normally invite has been absolutely swamped, and I've been absolutely swamped, so it hasn't happened. But maybe later in July, I've got some weekends free, and maybe in August when I've got some weekends free. We'll see.
Well, yeah, your schedule since like before Mayhem up to now, it's been pretty nuts, man.
Yeah, which is why I'm kind of taking it easy and not scheduling anything at the moment, but we will see. Yeah. I got new blasters at the mall battle out of darts, dropped off some stuff for review. The videos have been filmed. I just haven't finished editing them. I was given a free runner.
That's a cool toy. Wow, look at that toy. Toy is great.
Toy. Yeah,
I like toys.
It's semi-automatic, mechanical pusher. I like that. I also got sent another one that's I'm not going to show on camera. It's called the Blitz. It looks very, very similar, but the colors have been inverted, and it has a solenoid pusher rather than a mechanical pusher, which I can't decide which I like more. The snappiness of the mechanical one is very cool, but the clack and recoil of the solenoid is also really cool. It is much heavier though, which is interesting. I also got an Excalibur, which is basically a Caliburn with a lot more 3D printed parts, and with a much easier spring swap. So super easy to swap the spring, super easy to swap the barrel. It's meant to be a kind of an entry level high performance blaster. It's pretty cool. I got a super nifty reticle for my Smiley. I was sent a red dot reticle where the reticle is a smiley face, which is just absurd and magnificent.
So of course
there is.
Smiley.
Yeah, I mean, what else are you going to put a reticle? Let's see if I can actually get it to show.
That's a cool toy.
Yeah,
I love that
reticle.
toy.
Look at that toy with the smiley face reticle.
It's a smiley face radical. So that's how I'm changing it on purpose.
Yeah, so that's hilarious and ridiculous. What else have I got going on? What?
Pause 1 second. Who makes the Excalibur again? Remind me.
Well, I got it from Out of Darts, but I believe it was designed by, well, I've got conflicting reports. One person said it was by Silly Butts and someone else said it was by chance. So I'm not sure who designed it anymore. I need to get that clarified before I make my video.
That makes sense. It could have been a collab too, but yeah, I'm unsure. If someone really knows in the chat, feel free to correct us.
Yeah, anybody know? A brew house near Columbus Airport called Hosters. I need to write that down because my plan for going to Detroit was actually to fly into Cleveland rather than Detroit because it's cheaper to fly into Cleveland and drive to Detroit than to fly into Detroit.
Really?
I don't make the rules.
Oh, how long is the drive from Cleveland to Detroit? 3 hours, 4?
Couple of hours, yeah. Yeah, something like that.
And you hate driving, so that means it's significantly cheaper.
Well, I wasn't planning to make the trip alone, and I wouldn't be the one doing the driving, so...
Then, yeah, never mind. You're good.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Hosters, you say.
Oh, the root beer rabbit hole. There he goes.
Oh, yeah. Hosters Brewing Company in Columbus, Ohio. Oh, that's Columbus. Never mind. I wish I'd known that for Survival Fest, because we flew into Columbus. I'm thinking Cleveland. Cleveland is where we're flying into. Anyway, well,
winter, but then you're dealing with the
I'm gonna mark it on my map and try to remember it for next year's Survival Fest.
So have you bought your ticket already?
What?
Have you bought your ticket already?
For what?
For the Detroit thing?
No.
Okay.
No, I have to coordinate with the person I might be traveling with. So I'll let you know if we actually do decide to do it. Anyway, let's talk Nerf. What's going on in the Nerf world? Apparently there's a new Dart Zone blaster.
I've been behind because this week I've been trying to catch up. I have surgery on Monday. I'm getting full hip replacement. God, I feel old. Now, if you're ever doubting that we're old men, one of us is gonna have a fake hip. So even though I'm not that old, I'm old enough to have a fake hip. So yeah, if you doubt our oldness, too bad, we're old. But because of that, I've been behind. But yes, it is essentially, I think, what they're calling the Dart Zone Mark 2.2. Well, it's got a different name, but that's essentially what it is.
A what? 2.2? Oh, yeah,
so
yeah.
2.1?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll get a 2.1 while you talk about it.
Yeah, new magazine-fed pistol. Still looks like a Berghoff. Big back end. Posters.
So this...
Al's wandered off. Talk amongst yourselves.
I've wandered off, like old people do.
You staggered away.
I did. So again,
oh, look at that toy. What a lovely toy.
Dart Zone Mark 2.1. MagFed. So I guess essentially what this one is, although it's similar but different because instead of MagFed, is the Adventure Force version, basically the Mark 2.2, although it's not being called that. It's marketed something else. But us in the hobby can, I think, safely say that. What is the name of it? People in the chat, tell us.
It was actually put in the chat. The Brute Pro.
Yes, that's it. And apparently it can use Nightingale mags, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, and comes with short Nightingale mags, which is kind of neat.
See, this is
Dart Zone listening to the hobby and paying attention. It's amazing.
I know, and this is again Nerf. Like, we don't need to listen to anybody. We're the gods of all crap. We suck. Yeah, that's why. It's like you know what it is. This is almost like history always repeating itself. It does not matter which kind of empire you lead, whether it be like a toy empire, an actual empire, everything else. When you get to a point where you think you can actually dictate everything and not listen to nobody, is when you start to crumble.
My Jericho, excellent. Yes, I still need to send you my logo. What shell options are there? I thought it was all half dart. Can it take stuff other than half dart? That would be awesome. What?
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I do like the fact that Dart Zone, every time they keep making something, it's the fact of compatibility.
Yeah.
I feel like the market is a different place where now, like, what always dies and goes away quickly? Proprietary everything. Whereas the stuff that is more universal to everything, everyone keeps buying. Why? Because you can use it with everything.
Standards, man. If you want to do proprietary, you have to have really good stuff.
Yep.
It just has to be better enough than everything else for people to not care that it doesn't work with anything else, and that's hard to do.
Yep.
One made a red. Good Lord.
$25. I'm not surprised it's going to be that cheap because it probably doesn't have as many extra pieces, and it's designed for Adventure Force.
Yeah, so it probably doesn't hit quite as hard, and it probably doesn't come with a holster or anything like that. But apparently it does come with 2 mags, which is awesome.
Yep.
At least the pictures that I saw kind of suggested it came with an extra mag. If it doesn't, what's the point?
Seriously. But it does say, like, it can hit up to 140 feet, so I'm guessing it's 140 FPS.
Yeah. That's not bad. Not
No.
bad. Canada's getting first.
What? What'd you say?
There's a rumor that I saw going around that Canada's going to get it first. Don't they usually not get it at all? Or is that Europe?
You know what it might be? Tariffs. Ship it to Canada, there's no tariffs.
This is true. And then you just got to smuggle it across the Great Lakes.
There you go. Well, actually, yeah. When you're in Detroit, Windsor's right across the border. It's an easy pickup.
If it's over there, yeah.
Yeah, if it's there.
It's a plan to sneak over and smuggle some root beer back.
Yep, just put it in your Brute Pro. But just wanted to let everyone know today is a call-in show. It will be a call-in show when we're ready. We'll flash that number, and you can call in, and we'll give you 3 minutes, the usual spiel. We're just still talking about what we want to talk about and do not want to talk to you yet.
What? No, that's the old number. The number should not be something different. The man behind the curtains asking questions about numbers. It's 717-722-5999.
Yeah. Don't call in yet.
Don't call in yet. The number will be wait until you just. Yeah, but we're still talking trash. We're discussing. We're talking to the man behind the curtain.
We are. Or JLo and I, we both have voices in our head. It just turns out to be the same voice. So there. Ha!
The voice in my head is a Cajun accent. I can't understand a word he says.
I figured out a little bit of it. Oh, this is nuts. Wait, so did I also see what's the other new blaster that came out? I'm behind, man. Like I said,
Yeah.
I've been behind. Is
Me
it
too.
another worker one that's coming out?
Yeah,
The
they got
aluminum
a
one?
metal CNC'd one coming out. I think it's just a seagull, but metal. I've seen some new flywheel blasters. Someone had another like Uzi looking one with a solenoid pusher that looks pretty cool. Uh, there's no end, man. There's no end.
Interesting enough. So again, today at my house, I'm having a new roof put in, and there have been some challenges, but it's all going to get sorted, and the company's still fantastic. But because they had to come in the house to look at stuff, everyone's like, "Dude, this is a Nerf gun. What is this?" Needless to say, I think I have now converted half this roofing company that they're going to be showing up to Maryland events in the next month or so. I had no idea. I know you didn't. That's why just listen to me. Go watch these links and follow this, and you will be in the know, and you will appreciate it.
I think I got confused as to who was building what for me. Um, the Jericho's the self pumping law looking thing, right? That takes shells.
I am unsure.
They had it at Maryland Mayhem. I think that's the one. It uses a drain blaster tank, car
Oh
pump.
yes, the Jericho. Yes,
Yeah, that's the Jericho. Okay, I was
yeah,
thinking
yeah,
of a
yeah.
completely different blaster that somebody reached out to me about. I'm glad we got the clarification. Um, I would still love to see a demolisher rocket shell, which would basically have to be as large as you could possibly make it, and then you're probably still going to have to trim down the fins on a demolisher rocket to make them fit, or make custom
Yeah,
demolisher rockets.
yeah.
Both of which I'm willing to do it on the knockoff demolisher rockets. I wouldn't want to trim the fins on official ones, but I'd have no problem trimming the fins on a cheap one I got off Amazon. Um, and I do have all of the tools and materials to make custom demolisher rockets that look like miniature Titan rockets, which is just adorable.
I
Um,
like that, man. That looks
yeah,
cool.
yeah, yeah. That's just a matter of you just need to have a post in there. Which I mean, honestly, well, yeah, if you're making a Mega XL one, it probably doesn't have a post. It's probably just a barrel. For the demolisher rocket, you're going to need a post. Um, Yeah, that's obviously Mega XL. As many, I think you had Mega would fit four Mega. That's fabulous, and like
Yeah.
27 half darts, which is amazing. Um, I'm looking forward to it. I may then make some design tweaks. I saw something online, and it was all in Chinese, and so I don't know if it's even remotely available in the U.S. yet. But it looked like a miniature law from like the Vietnam era. But when extended, it was only about that long, so
Oh,
it was adorable. But it appeared to be a Springer that fired demolisher rockets. That you just when you pushed it in, that primed it, then you pulled it back out, and it would fire. Like I want it. I would probably like try to 3D print a shell that would make it full size or at least more so. But then I got to thinking that I could just make my own using a drain blaster and a car pump and make it so that when you pull out the barrel on the law, that's what releases the switch that then turns it on to automatically pump. And then you just fire it. Um, and I don't know if I could use a drain blaster. I could also use, because I'm only going to be firing demolisher rockets, I could, put a Titan tank in there and it would be smaller, or even
yep.
an XBZ. And then it would just be a matter of mounting everything inside so that it all fits and can still collapse in on itself. And it would probably be my first actually ambitious 3D printing design. And
Yep.
I'm kind of excited to give it a try. The outer shell, I'd probably use ABS pipe and then have a 3D printed inner barrel, the one that pulls out. And
Yep.
would try to actually make it so that the sights actually do pop up like they do on a law. Um,
Yes. At this point, why not, right?
Yeah, I have. I mean, the material that I used on my original bazooka, that server rail, would probably still work perfectly. So I think it will work. But the self-pumping one with the drain blaster is going to have way more power than it would have if I used either a Titan or an XPZ. So I'm really looking forward to the Jericho. I need to get him my logos. He's going to 3D print my logo into it, which is why it's cool to have an easily 3D printed logo.
It really
But
is.
I have a JPEG and I have a PNG on my phone. I don't have an
SNG, SVG, SVG, yeah.
SVG. I don't have the SVG file, or like a step file or an STL. I need to get one of those and put it on my phone because so many people reach out to me via my phone. It's easy to just send it to them.
I agree.
Of course, it's easy to go from a PNG to an SVG. You can just, there's websites that'll do that for free. But save them some effort. Don't forget the 747 Mark II. Quad S.
Not sure what that is.
Andy Verk, what are you on about? How's your friend, by the way? Or your friend's wife? The thing. The friend that passed away.
As you wait to hear about that.
Yeah.
Well, also we have in the chat, we have Bill Sierra Nerfin, and I think he has an event coming up as well. So if he wants to share information or actually call it, well, screw it. Let's open up the phone lines. Feel free to call in. And then, Bill, if you want to tell us about your event, it might be easier just to call in. But yes, the phone lines are open.
The phone number is 7177225999. Just to say it in the most awkward way possible. It just struck me what Death Tree is saying about a big Greg barrel. So it's basically a sniper barrel, but it fires Mega XL, and this thing has the air volume to do that. I want one of those. Put that on the list. I want to just pull this massive shell out of my pocket, stick it into the front of this thing, and turn it into an anti-materiel cannon. Yes, please.
That's your mobile artillery.
Yes, that's unnecessary, and I want one.
That is what we were doing when we were in Ohio at the Airbnb, right off the back deck. We had so much space.
Lobbing Mega XL into the distance.
Oh my God. It's what we did. We just had the man with just like this on an angle on the fence and shoot. And then the best is you hear the thunk, but then on the drive, you hear it's screaming all the way down.
The scream. Yeah.
That was, yeah. And we figured that might be a way to introduce it into because obviously you don't want to have that big blaster where you fire at people. But it's so much fun and novel. It's figuring out a fun way to incorporate it. And one thing might be like during an HVZ or an event where someone's lobbing Mega XLs in the air, and you have to catch it or you have to hit a certain drop zone to complete a mission. Something like that, where it's like, all right, we got to use the mammoth. No one got hurt, and this was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I wanted to try to incorporate, indirect artillery fire into a Nerf event somehow, either by having a grid system that if a shell lands in your grid, you're taken out, or as you said, having large targets that they're trying to hit, and it's just a matter of you have to try to take out the artillery before they manage to take out all the big targets on the field. Or, as you said, you have to try to catch the darts, in a net or a bucket or however you feel like trying to catch them. All of that would be fun scenarios that you could use something like a Greg just from the other, a county over. We got a caller. Let's listen to this caller. Remember, you can call in here at 717-722-5999. You have 3 minutes. What do you want? Who are you?
Hey, guys. It's CR Nerf. It's Bill.
Aha! Excellent.
Hey!
Now we can ask
Hello.
you, what is this event people are asking about? Tell us everything.
Cool.
You got 3 minutes.
First of all, I'm kind of out of breath because I'm mowing the lawn and I stopped because you asked me to call. So here we are. Parks and
Bill.
Rec has a historic. Yeah, hello. Parks and Rec has a historic village called Usher's Ferry in Cedar Rapids, and they let kids play Nerf there over like spring break and the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. So I got the
Neat.
harebrained idea. Hey, let's have a 200 FPS adult game. And I swung that by them, and they said, yeah, Bill, let's go for it. And so August 2nd, we will have 200 FPS war at Usher's Ferry Historic Village in Cedar Rapids. Information's on my Facebook page and Instagram and YouTube. Along with that, since we're having that, that'll be 2 to 5 on Saturday, August 2nd. And then Dragon's Lair has said they will open up for us Sunday morning, I think from 8 to 11, August 3rd. So we can do outdoors, long range Saturday and do indoors CQB Sunday morning. So I thought if people are going to stick around, they've got 2 great opportunities to experience the Nerf that I get to experience all the time.
Where's Cedar Rapids?
Nice. You got a weekend gig.
We do have a weekend gig, which is kind of amazing, and I'm a little overwhelmed just thinking about it.
You'll be fine. Just find volunteers, but this is awesome. So for those following along at home, Bill, because Dragon's Lair usually can only get during the week, not often on the weekend, which people have asked. So now that you have the weekend, but never mind 2 things on a weekend, that's amazing.
It is a great opportunity. I hope we get people to show up. Right now, I have 9 people that are registered. I have had confirmation that other people want to come, but they haven't registered yet. So we're really asking for pre-registration. Again, information on CR Nerf, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, or you can reach out to me on any of those social media things, or Cedar Rapids Foam Dart Club at gmail.com.
Bill, this is awesome.
Fantastic. Yes,
It should be a lot of fun.
awesome.
I'm super excited.
As well, you should be. These are the sorts of events we want to hear more of. We want to hear this kind of stuff. And it's wonderful that we can do these things with Nerf. They'd never let you do any other shooting sport in a historic village. But Nerf, we can get away with it.
You bet. And hopefully if we get enough people... do I stop?
Nope. We'll give you a little bit more.
I was just going to say, if we have enough people and there's enough interest and we cover our costs, hopefully we'll get to do it again next year.
Awesome. The first one's usually the roughest after that. All right. Well, you need to get back to mowing your lawn, so get off of ours.
I do. Thanks, guys. Take care.
Thank you.
Good to talk to you.
Bill.
All right.
If I may, just to add on, to pile onto that, Bill from CR Nerf, if you've never met him, man, he is one of the nicest human beings that you'll meet on the planet. Never mind, he's fun and he's very accommodating. I wish I could go to something like this. I can't because I think I'm not allowed to fly for like 6 weeks after my surgery, and this will be only at like the 4-week mark or 5-week. But if it goes well enough, I will think about going next year. So
yeah,
all the rest of the moves, go, man. It's Cedar Rapids, Iowa. It's going to be a lot of fun. Trust me.
Yeah, I found the historic village. It looks like a neat location to play, especially if you're allowed to play the whole space, because there's a lot of structures that would make for a lot of interesting outdoor play around buildings and between buildings and under buildings and all that kind of stuff. And then an indoor event the next day. It's just awesome.
It's a slam dunk, man. That's amazing. I like that. Cool.
Very cool.
Let us know in the comments if you're going. And if you're not going, I don't want to hear the excuses. Just make it so.
Just go.
Just go.
It's the same weekend I was planning to go to Detroit, so that might be why I'm not there.
Yep. No, that makes sense.
What? Yeah. So, what?
I am still planning. We'll talk about it after. I definitely cannot do Mall Madness as I committed to something else the weekend after here. But I think I am going to still try to do RAG this year.
Cool. RAG is an excellent event.
We have time.
Yeah, there it is. Okay, finally back to recording videos. Good. General Strife is recording videos again. I need to finish editing. I think I've got 3 or 4 videos all queued up that I just need to finish the editing and upload. I got the Blitz and the Free Runner. I've got the Excalibur.
The Radical.
Oh, what?
The Radical, sorry, Radical, not Radical. The Radical.
Oh, that video's already out.
It is.
Yeah.
For those who have not seen it yet.
It's nifty. And I need to do a video on root beer. Do my root beer challenge and publish the lists of the root beers I have and haven't had, and give people the opportunity if they want to try to get the bounty on a root beer. Editing is the tricky part. That is definitely the hardest part of making videos.
It's why I don't have the patience or the bandwidth to do it. I wish I did. If I was younger, maybe I would. Of course, I lean on that excuse a lot, but it is true, man. It's great to be involved in many things, but you quickly ran out of time quickly. But that's okay. You get it sorted out, as always.
I continue to hope that Out of Darts will get the Proton Pack back in production, because I've got 3 tanks built and no agitators. My super big one, finally, I got an actual hiking backpack frame to put it on, and it came out gorgeous.
Nice.
And it holds 10 gallons of rifle, which is an absurd amount of rifle.
Yes.
That's just unnecessary, and I love it. So
we have an official statement from Out of Darts as to the proton packs.
No, no.
Okay.
There's a number of things that are delaying it. Chip or board problems. The green board problems, and then apparently there's talk of a major redesign or an upgrade design.
Okay.
But we'll see. We'll see.
So for those following along at home, it's not because they're sitting on their hands or do not want to make this happen. They are trying to make it happen, but at the same time, I can see it too. It's like, all right, if this isn't working, you redesign it, come with new ideas, and so they're working on it. They're not just sitting there going, I don't know.
Yeah. I'm just really hoping they don't change the socket design that attaches it to the tank, because I've got several tanks that are built around the old socket design, and if they redesign it, I'm going to have to spend a couple of hours and design an adapter. Ugh, the worst.
No. Yeah, that would not be cool, man.
I am kind of tempted to go back to the fallback, because I still have the files to print the old Mark VI agitators that still took air mattress pumps rather than having a built-in brushless system, which some of my older proton packs are built around that design. And I finally got the technology necessary to add current sensing, so I made the wiring a lot easier, but it's not a neat, svelte, all beautifully 3D printed. It needs to go in a backpack. So it works with Tier, because Tier had lots of extra room, and it worked in the Smart Gun because the Smart Gun had lots of extra room. But some of the other ones that I've recently designed don't have nearly as much extra room, and so it would be more of a problem. But I can do it.
Yes, you can, man. Yes, you can.
Anyway, what other projects do I have going on?
I haven't done new stuff in a while. Part of it is because I'm always trying to keep up with conventions and everything else. And there's a couple of things I want to finish and do. I will get to it eventually. Hopefully some time off will happen with surgery. But then you know what I've been getting lately? Well, sales are down anyways, just because, the economy is great right now. But Raptor strikes. I've sold like 5 Raptor strikes in the last month. And all gray, and I don't know if it's one guy telling all his friends. If it is, thank you very much. But it's like, all right, it's all Raptor strikes. Okay.
Maybe it looks eerily similar to a weapon in a video game that came out. People just happened to finally find it.
Lately, it's been mostly like still Mandalorians, mostly, or something. They're doing something like that. So that's what it's been mostly lately. That's what I got it listed as, anyways, because that seems to be the genre that I've been hitting pretty good. So it's like, all right.
Well, the beauty of Mandalorian cosplay is their weapon is whatever they feel like. There's no, like, if you want to do a Stormtrooper, there's a Stormtrooper blaster you have to get. If you do a Rebel, there's a couple of different Rebel blasters that work. But Mandalorians, that's the beauty of the Mandalorians. They can have, armor can look almost whatever you want as long as you've got a T-shaped visor. It can be whatever color you want. You can have what other weapon you want. There's a lot of freedom in Mandalorian cosplay as compared to like Imperial or even Rebel cosplay. So that tracks. Mini Strife, yeah, got to get back to that Mini Strife. The Rise and Fall of Boomco, the Rise of Dart Zone, the Rise of Worker. Busby's technically still out there, I think. Just looming. Boomco is an interesting study in what we were talking about earlier of if you go proprietary, your thing has to be way, way better, and it just wasn't better enough. The thing is, when it came out, it was way better than any of the Nerf blasters that existed. But then Dart Zone came out, and Worker came out, and we all got better at modding, and Boomco just couldn't keep up.
I know it's sad because they had some great ideas. Some of the ones I wasn't keen on, but I love the fact that they thought out of the box. But again, I get the well, at that time also before the half dart came out, so it's like the Nerf dart was at its peak. So their idea of that dart they had was going to travel faster and better. But then you're right, the half dart came out, and then it's like that ended that. It was like it's over.
Yeah, you couldn't. They came in clips, but it didn't come in. It didn't work well in standard style magazines. There were limitations to it. But yeah, they had some neat stuff. The ratcheting primes, all kinds of neat designs and stuff, and they got the Halo license, so they had the Halo pistols, which were really, really good sidearms.
Yes. Well, even that, didn't they have also like the Halo
Needler?
No, it wasn't the Needler, but it was also some kind of like a long arm. Was it Halo or something else?
Yeah.
I remember someone asked me.
Yeah, they had the battle rifle. They also had the Brutes thing with the axe blades on it.
Because I remember someone asking me, because they were available in Canada more readily than they were here. And I remember way back someone asking me when I was up there if I could grab them some.
Yeah.
Like that. It's like, yeah, that is cool. But yeah, they just, and at that point, Hasbro had not experienced its can I say massive decline? You know what? Yeah, screw it. Their massive decline, the Nerf decline. At that point, Nerf was still kind of booming. You still had Zombie Strike and other things that were still out, so it's still happening.
Mm-hmm.
So it's interesting now if Boomkill came out, and if it was maybe a take on the half dart instead of the full dart. I think timing they might have done better now than they did when they did.
Yeah, especially with Hasbro abandoning the 50 caliber dart, the half-inch dart. So
stupid.
The other thing that I think also gave Boomco a lot of trouble was Rival hit its zenith about that time. So you had the big hopper blasters and yeah. Well,
it's like I still remember, you've been in this long enough as well. Like the fact when the Demolisher came out, the Nerf Demolisher. And we were all freaking out over it because it was a banana mag. It was like the first banana mag you could get. And it was a 15-round cheap Nerf, but it's like, oh my God, it's a banana mag. This is crazy.
It looks so cool. And the fact that it came with a grenade launcher, a rocket launcher.
Yes.
Tragically, it was a HAMP because they were still in their, litigation with Lonnie Johnson, but
But it's like, you think about it now, and it's like, yeah, who cares? What do you mean it doesn't have a banana mag? Yeah, rewind a couple of years and go find a banana mag.
We all got our 18 round worker bananas and our 18 or 22 round worker bananas, and yeah, it's harder to find a straight mag these days than anything.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, at that point, yeah. Also, the big nerf, the 18 round mags, where people are like, I don't want the blaster. How much do you want for the 18 round straight mag? Yeah, remember that people buying them the 18 round Nerf straight mags just because of volume.
Yeah.
So yeah, when you're complaining.
CR Nerf is apparently having a stream tomorrow.
No way.
Yeah, 8:00 Central Time with Andy Griff.
No way, that'll be fun, the two of them.
Yeah.
If you were at Maryland Mayhem, you saw the two of them wandering all over the place.
I'm gonna make sure I've got that on my. Am I CR Nerf? I'm not sure I'm even subscribed to him.
You will be soon enough.
I am now.
I think I am. If not, I will be as well. Maybe. Yeah, probably. I don't know. Oh, you know what? You know what was fun? So obviously, because of my whole stretch of how many master keys I used to make, less now, but I still have a slew. Well, I have a slew of Recon Retaliator barrels, and I still have a pretty good collection of long strike barrels. I think I still have about 20 of them. I think maybe about 20 or so I still have. And so Foam Mando was reaching out. Well, he wasn't reaching out. He was asking because he was doing a master key, and then he needed a barrel. So then I said, wait a minute, man. Do you want one of these? Are you sure? I see, dude, I don't make as many as I used to. I got plenty of them, and I'm going to see what you make.
I got bins full.
I skipped them out. Yeah, I sent him a long strike barrel and a recon barrel with the attachment of the barrels. But he's very excited because I can't wait to see what he comes with next. Plus, the man gives me so much stuff anyways. It's like, this is the least I can do, man. Take it, and I want to see what he wants to make from it.
Right.
But I think I look forward to that. That should be a fun creation.
Yeah, excellent. Oh, train on by. Oh, what else have I got going on? I'm going to be doing some reorganizing of my Nerf War in a trailer. I got some bigger bins. I outgrew some of my bins. One thing we ran into at the previous mall battle, not the one this week and the one before, is that we did not have enough higher powered loner blasters.
Oh, that's right.
And luckily I was able to find a file online that I could print that would bring a Nexus down under 130. So I was able to get all my Nexus down. My Venom Pros were already low enough. And I had a bunch of rival blasters. I also found a bin of 10 Magnum Super Drums that are hitting a little low now. I need to figure out what's a good spring to upgrade with them with. Also, I've got some Villainators that I want to. I know they will take a Retaliator spring, and I think there's a 9K Retaliator spring that will up them a little bit. I'm gonna give that a try.
How much will they go up?
I'd like to get them to 100, which I think they will do.
I think so.
Hopefully, we will see. Magnum Super Drum, the Mark II, I think, does hit 100 out of the box, but I only have one of them. I got a whole bunch of Mark I's.
Yep.
And I'd like to get a few more Striker Mark IIs and downgrade them. I know there's a downgrade spring out there that'll get them down low enough as well. And ideally, I'd like to replace the Magnum Super Drums just with Villainators and Striker Mark IIs. Probably get 5 of each. Because they're basically the same blaster. Pump action.
Yes, they are.
It's a green pump action drum-fed blaster. You don't have to worry about magazines. They're fairly resistant to jams. They're upgradable, downgradable. They'd make good loaners. I know apparently Trackers, the company that does the Portland, apparently ordered a dozen of each. They're a company with money. I'd like to do 5 of each of those, and then 5 blue outlaws and 5 red outlaws.
Send the Dart Zone rep what you need and see what he comes back with.
Yeah. Hey, he's not here anymore.
No,
he's gone. I need to ping him. Yeah. Like, hey, what? Can you hook a man up?
Yeah, probably. Depending on what you're looking for. Yeah, send him a message.
Yeah. I clearly should be doing corporate Nerf wars as a side hustle.
Yes.
I could make a lot of money doing that probably.
Yes, and you know what? I know you hate being a capitalist and you feel guilty about it.
No. Fleecing a corporate is a completely different matter.
Yes.
Fleecing people in the hobby, that makes me feel dirty. Fleecing some big corporation the boss wants to shoot at their underlings. Yeah, no, I'll charge $1,000 an hour. I don't care.
Yes, they have money. It's a write-off anyways, and they'll pay for it, and they pay stupid amounts of money. Okay, good.
I'll probably get free food. It'll be fun. Yeah. So, I need to get set up for that.
Yes.
Because I have the Nerf war in a trailer. I can literally set up a Nerf war in any park in half an hour.
Yes.
If I can get a better selection of loner blasters, it'll be even better.
Yes. Or actually, with corporate sponsors, the best thing is at that point too, you could always offer the option. Tell you what, I can bring loners. However, if you also want to buy your people staff, I have a person at so and so that will provide you blasters. Here's from your price list. Let me know what you want, and I will order them and bring them to your next event, and those you get to keep. And so you'll get your pricing plus your markup on top of it because you're actually handling the exchange, and this all goes to enhancing the compound, and then we'll soon have those big nests where you can shoot down on people running around in the.
Now the first thing I need to do is fix my bunkhouse. The roof developed a leak, and now I've got mold problems.
Yeah.
So that's an expensive thing to fix.
Yeah, I know. I just did my roof. Luckily, my insurance covered because of hail damage.
Yeah. So we'll be looking into that. I mean, I work for one corporation on behalf of another corporation. You'd think I'd have contacts for who wants to shoot their supervisor in the face with foam, with a toy, YouTube.
That's
foam.
right. Toys. That's right. What's up, Thirsty for Foam? By the way, Thirsty for Foam. So Danny, he just joined the chat. And the reason I'm bringing him up is because he's been tinkering with the Nerf Strife and he hates painting. But never mind all the accoutrement pieces where he's really kitted out. He's posted on various socials, but it looks pretty damn cool, man. And again, it's just like your standard like bits and bobs and things on it where he's changed the outfit of it. But it looks
there
great.
are so many bits for End Strike. That again baffles me that Hasbro just like, no, just keep doing that. Keep making End Strike blasters. Keep making them End Strike quality. Keep making us newer attachments, and you could print your own money. But no.
You ever wonder if when they did the changeover on darts, it's again them thinking, well, we're Nerf. Everyone buys our stuff anyways. Of course, you can change a dart. And someone's like, oh yeah, okay, let's do it. Yeah,
I mean, that's their plan in the long run, and they're probably right in the long run, honestly, which is disgusting. But thoughts on peanuts and Coke? Like, you put the peanuts in the Coke? Are you dusting your peanuts with Coke? What are we talking about here?
That's a good question. By the way, it's still a call-in show. It's weird.
Building strife never ends. This is a call-in show, by the way. You can call in at 717-722-5999, and we'll be mean at you.
Yes, we will.
Or we'll be really nice. You never know.
It depends who you are if you ask the right question.
Yeah.
Could we have guests? Yes, but it's also the middle of summer where people are busy. Never mind, we're busy. So I don't want to bug people also, or it's like, I don't have time to bug people. And you know what? Sometimes me and Kat just want to talk to you or talk to each other and make it a call-in show. So that's what we did. I hope y'all don't mind.
Yeah, I will be streaming on Friday because I did a Nerf war, which means I now have 5 bins of darts to sort. I could be sorting darts right now.
Nice.
But then I won't have anything to do on the stream on Friday. All the way downstairs to the rotary phone. Can you even call in with a rotary phone?
I don't think so.
No, rotary phone still
Push
works.
one now.
Does the infrastructure still?
For rotary? I want to say yes, but I'm not sure if it's gone completely digital. Not analog.
Backwards compatibility is one of the greatest hindrances of advancement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sam, you can call in. We'll just yell at you for 3 minutes.
Peanuts in Coke. I don't drink Coke. I like peanuts, but I don't drink Coke.
There it is. So General Stripe is going to try to call on a rotary phone just to see if he can.
He's called in the past. He said he didn't want to go all the way downstairs, which is fair.
See?
I don't like going up and down stairs either. It hurts my knees because I'm old.
It's a long way away.
Yeah.
Which reminds, so the next time we have our show, I will be, how many days? Oh, wow. Yeah. What is the date today? My brain doesn't work. Probably about 10 days after. Yeah, 10 days after surgery won't be too bad. I'll be all right. I should be good.
You should still have the good drugs, though, so you can come do the stream oak out of your gourd.
I should, but I try not to take them. But at that, what they told me is the worst. The first 4 days are the worst. After you get to the 4 days, it becomes much more manageable. But even at that point, it's like a lot of stuff again because I'm only 50. Where usually it's like 60 and up and higher. And sometimes the way they're telling me, I'm like, I'm not an 85-year-old woman, but all right, you can give me the worst case scenarios here. Where it's like, I think I'll be fine, man. But yeah. Full hip replacement. I'm slowly making myself bionic, one joint at a time. I'm starting with the right hip.
See, I mean, if it was cheap and I trusted it, I'd get both my knees and my lower back replaced in a heartbeat. Good. I do not, in fact, drink any kind of alcoholic beverage, much less alcoholic root beer. But Not Your Dad's root beer is one that I'm aware of. I think there's also a grandpa's version. Other than that, yeah. I'm currently enjoying a Frosty's root beer, which is one I've had before, but I had a bottle of it. Another one of Orca Beverage Inc. They now bottle Thomas Kemper too. They apparently bought the recipe.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Not bad. Pure cane sugar. No honey, though.
Oh, there we go. Thirsty for foam. Random, I saw the Darts on Omni at a Bass Pro Shop today.
Bass
yes.
Pro Shop. That's where it belongs, really. It should be a sporting good rather than a toy anyway.
Correct. So what can you buy at a Bass Pro sporting shop?
Fishing poles.
And
hydration packs. Boats. Reel guns.
There it is. So you already have a large firearm section. So what does that mean? People that are coming to that, they're also not anti things that shoot far. So the stretch of performance blasters, high performance blasters, it's not like you're going to get someone coming in and going, oh no, it looks like a GUN, that's why I won't buy it. Yeah. It'll be, wow, this is cool. So yeah, it tracks and makes a lot of sense. So one, from a sporting good aspect, because it is a higher FPS, but at the same time, it's people that aren't averse to the culture that don't realize, well, like in some places, it's just a toy. We're not trying to propagate firearm culture. They're just toys. But then at the same token, in a place where they're used to buying it or seeing it, it's not a stretch then to buy a foam dart blaster.
General Strife, what is a Nerfle? Sounds like
No idea.
a condition one might contract. A bad case of Nerfles.
I think we all suffer from that. If that's the case. That's almost likely.
Yes, we did already talk about the new AF pistol, the fact that it looks like it takes Nightingale mags, that it's cheaper, it's under the Adventure Force rather than the full Pro line, so it'll be a little bit cheaper, should hit about 140. Has short Nightingale mags, which is really cool because it's something people have been wanting, were short Nightingale mags. A Nerf line from the 80s.
Oh, okay.
Oh, toy figures.
Oh, is that what they are?
Nerfles was a discontinued line of toy figures produced by Parker Brothers in the 1980s. You know, I think I did have a Nerfle.
Now I got to Google it.
Yeah.
I may have had one. It would not surprise me. I had toys and things.
I know, Strife, what are you doing with Nerfles? Your parents were young when they came out.
I know, he's not even old enough to make it to the. He was. My God, yeah. He didn't make it to the 80s, to the 90s. I was going to say something I told.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
They look like little potato head knockoffs.
They do. You know what they look like? Knockoff VeggieTales.
Oh, right. They're little figures of reactor balls. They're reactor ball action figures.
This is a thing. All righty then.
That is
Check that out, man.
weird.
Yeah.
I dig it. I dig it. I approve of being made aware of this. Well done, Captain Strife. Those are or General Strife. Those are awesome. Flip Fury, but shotgun with removable shells. That would be neat. I mean, we need more shotgun revolvers in general.
Yes.
What was the one that Boomstick was running at Survival Fest?
Oh, oh man, was it with an S?
Something like that. I want to say the Whistler, but I know that's not it.
No, the Swiss, not the something. Basically, yeah, a large revolver. The
big silly shells. It ejects the shells out the front.
Yes.
Pump action.
No. It's Shelly? No.
No.
The
Shellfish. There it is.
Shellfish.
Wizard Build's got it. The Shellfish.
There you go. The Shellfish.
That one is pretty cool.
It was. And for Survival Fest HVZ, having a Shellfish user in your midst is a great idea.
Yeah, it was neat when we got the announcement that there were super zombies coming at us, and he decided he wanted to switch from firing, buckshot half dart or full length darts or whatever he wanted. He wanted to switch over to Mega XL, and you can turn on and off whether it ejects shells or not. So he turned it on so it did eject it, and then just manually spun the cylinder and it ejected every single shell. And then he just started reloading with Mega XL shells. And then you can turn off the ejection when you've got the Mega XL shells in, because you're just going to barrel load them. You don't want to swap the shells because it's just as convenient to load in a new Mega Dart as it is to load in a shell with a Mega XL Dart.
Yes.
So that worked out pretty good. You should, if you haven't already, General Strife, you should start hunting down and collecting the Nerf Happy Meal toys. There's some fun ones there.
Yep.
I now have the mace, the axe, and the I think I've got the original yellow-handled sword. Maybe. Sure I do, I just don't know where it is. I am genuinely surprised how long this dart has managed to stay stuck to my noggin.
Seriously, what, dude, man? What's wrong with your head?
It's smooth, apparently. Nerf has done some neat melee. I wish I'd grabbed more of the Doomlands melee when they were available. I do now have the axe and a couple of the daggers. I like them because it's orange and it's got the knuckle duster hand guard. I like the design.
That one is pretty good. Oh, you know what?
Actually, my hairline has been here since I was like 16.
Mine was like that when I was 23, and it's no longer. Now I'm outside so much, man. I gotta start putting
lock
sunscreen on.
Nerf monsters. Oh, that's cool. You got to get yourself one of them, the big Nickelodeon brains, if you can sneak one out from under me, because I buy them up whenever they're cheap. Somebody sent me one. I lost it. I felt bad. I overcompensated. I bought 3 more, and then I finally found it. Right there. right up there, hidden with my other Nerf, all my HVZ bandanas. It had fallen down behind the rafter and was being propped up by my one of my shotguns. And somebody asked for me to show it on screen, so I brought it down, and the brain fell out. I'm like, I've been looking for this for 4 years. I got a whole drawer of Nerf brains.
Yeah, you got a drawer of many things. But I was gonna say, like, you haven't you don't have the time to have an event at your house, but it's like you spent all winter and you reorganized your shop and everything, and so it is prime and ready for people. But then that's also why it's still organized, because no one's been over.
No, it's a mess again. It's a complete disaster in here.
Never mind.
Yeah, don't listen to this guy. He doesn't know. No, I desperately need to go through and organize it all again. It's gotten messy, which is partly why I got some of the additional bins to reorganize the trailer, because some of it kind of goes in there. Other than hot glue dice, what's a good caltrop item? I knew someone who made Nerf caltrops just using Nerf darts. He'd use some pipe cleaners. They put pipe cleaner in the dart so you could bend it and then just have 2 of them bent and just attach 2 of them, like how you make a caltrop. And I think he had them then. This was Mowgli. He had them Velcroed to his blaster and would throw them use them as throwables.
Oh, I guess we should mention, for all those that did subscribe, Scared 2.
We got a caller. Somebody found our number. How'd they get the number? Who are you? What do you want? Why are you making noise?
Hello from down under. It's Andy Work here.
Ah, you made it.
You figured it out.
Hello. Now we wait for the lag.
Yeah, I can barely hear you. It's just out of sync with what I'm seeing on the screen, so I've turned the screen off.
Yeah, that would be disconcerting.
How are you, Andy?
How are you? How'd the thing go?
I'm well. I'm still getting 2 different sound streams, so it's going to be hard to answer questions. Yeah. I'm very well. I rang in to say hello, how you doing, all that sort of thing. Yes. I think I'll just keep speaking and then you can comment at the end. First, I wanted to say thank you to everybody who helped donate to the fundraiser for Arlen. So that was a good thing. They almost got what they needed. I think they're okay. Next is I have a question. Well, information. Did you get the pizza I ordered for you? when you were at Maryland Mayhem, you waffled on about getting a pizza. So I looked up the nearest pizza place, ordered 2 pizzas, and had them sent to you. Did you get them?
No two random pizzas ever did show up. I'm wondering where they went now.
Okie dokie. Also, just to give a shout out to Rance and his 747 Mark II. I don't know if you've been watching my channel. I've made one of them, looking really, really good. So, yeah,
I've seen the stuff online
now. Go for it.
Gorgeous.
Really cool little looking bullpup design using Talon mags.
Nice.
I just wanted to say, while I've got the screen on, to tell that dart on, it's got Captain Xavier stuck to its front, so you might need to do about that. And we've got to organise how I'm going to get on the show and, be a feature guest somehow. I don't know how, but I'll contact you offline and we'll sort something out.
Definitely.
Also, tell us about the modded thing. Plug your YouTube channel.
Oh, okay. Yes, my YouTube channel is Andy Works Nerf Mods on YouTube. I'll chuck the link into the chat because I'm still hearing what I said 30 seconds ago. So it's really, really confusing. But just to say hello and all that sort of thing. And to tell you, it's lovely, balmy winter here. So it's 6 degrees at the moment. So really nice weather for staying inside and not doing. Other than that, guys, I can see my time's running out. Well, according to what I can see, it's running out. We've probably still got 30 to go at your place. But thanks for helping. And I'll contact you again soon. Bye.
Excellent. Look forward to it. Now get off my lawn. Good stuff. Good stuff. Always good to hear from him. I'd love to have him on the show. The lag would be wicked and worth it.
It will be fun, and we'll figure it out. I like it. Tell people about the modded thing show. How was yours? It was his.
I started doing a show a while back that was Friday fan builds, and it was a lot of fun, but it was also just a lot of work to do, and I wasn't enjoying it. And he offered to take it over, and has been doing it ever since, which is awesome. You send him pictures of your blaster, a write-up if you want to, and he does videos about it. So it's very, very cool that he took over that. Let's see. Besides Hopper and Backpack Fed, what's the best blaster to get infinite ammo? Well, an Infinus, obviously. Belt fed with a really long belt. Just don't put it in a backpack so it doesn't, get disqualified by your no backpacks rule.
Fair.
The really big drum, the Insanity one with the huge revolver drum.
Yep.
That would do it.
Which
throwables and just endless dump pouches.
You're going to be too busy to go to Dallas for a Nerf event, correct?
Probably.
July 12th.
If I am never in Texas again, it will be too soon.
I figured you were busy that weekend, which is why you couldn't go to Texas for the giant stadium series epic Nerf battle.
Oh no, I just refuse to support that sleazeball.
That
has nothing to do with being busy.
In fact, I'm not busy.
I'm washing my hair. What do we got? Besides
beard,
Hopper, Percy's with a Hopper extender and a Hopper extender. See, my Percy's has an extended Hopper and feeds from a backpack, so I'm just triple dipping over here.
Mm-hmm. Never mind.
Strife. Besides the 1983 Lock Nerf monsters, which were Nerf bath toy figures with fabric clothing, I'm not very knowledgeable about non-blaster obscure Nerf items, so if you know of anything, please educate me. There was a whole bunch of sports lines. Like you could turn a regular flat table into a pool table. They had a Nerf ping pong ball. I would love to get my hands. I think they remade it recently, and I somehow missed it. a Nerf, because I had it as a kid. It was Nerf fencing swords, where there were targets in the handguard, and you had to try to poke them down, and that's how you won. I had that as a small child and loved it. I think they re-released it, and I somehow missed them. I need to see if I can find one online and get them. It wouldn't be hard to 3D print something like that and then just use a pool noodle, but
still, man, the original stuff. Yeah, that'd be good.
Well, there's also like the Nerf ball, the Super Ball, the flying foam disc, the frisbees, obviously all of their sports line, because they did sports before they did blasters, so they continued to do sports. There's a Nerf golf set that I have around here somewhere.
Oh my God, yes, that's right.
Yeah, look into Nerf sports. There was a whole bunch of wacky stuff.
Oh my God, yeah, I'm having childhood flashbacks now.
Oh, cool. They're still on Amazon. All right, well, I'll be ordering one when this show is over.
There you go.
What a show over with nothing. I got a space phone, man.
That's funny.
Talk amongst yourselves whilst I indulge my nostalgia.
In the meantime,
we got a caller.
Don't forget to subscribe and like, by the way.
Hey, how's it going, guys? Hey, folks. Yeah, this is Nick. Happy to be here. You guys can hear me all right?
Yeah, coming through loud and clear.
Excellent,
That's not even a foam sword. That's an extendable blade. I feel cheated.
I just wanted to ask you guys real quick. So I went to Maryland Mayhem for the first time this last May. Was very impressed. Was very impressed with their Humans versus Zombies. I've been to RAG twice now, and I am now on the volunteer staff for helping make HVZ happen at RAG. And I was just curious, like, what are some things, like, assuming whether or not you guys go this year, what are some things that you guys would really like to see at Humans versus Zombies at RAG?
More ammo.
Make me and Caleb big tanks.
I could run it by him.
I have very few notes about RAG because it's so well run. I know people do complain about the fact that it's limited ammo, that you don't bring your own ammo, that it's got to be gotten in game, and that there's never enough of it. But really, I love the way they do the scenarios. I love the way they run the themes. I really love how their boss battle is always up and over the top.
So just the ammo is a big thing.
Yeah.
And copy that. Well, I'm sure the folks who have more clout and more authority than me will love to hear all of that. But yeah, I think I agree with you that about the ammo thing for sure, and maybe that is something that will be a little bit different this coming game. So that's all I wanted to know.
Very cool.
Thank you so much, you guys.
Yeah.
Actually, hold on, Nick. One thing. So that'll be interesting too. We still have time till it shows up, but I think probably sometime in August or September we will probably have a contingent from RAG on to talk about and promote it. But also in the meantime, if in the during the summer, if you guys have like a major announcement or change that you want to make happen, reach out and contact us. We'll be happy to have you guys on and talk about it. And at that point, Chayla may have more notes.
We got some notes from we got a note from the comment section. Let Mega or Mega XL take out vested zombies rather than it only being throwables. That was something that Maryland Mayhem, they had it where there were vested zombies that could only be taken out by throwables. I also would have liked to have seen Mega XL or Rockets also work. But that's a game flavor thing. Every game does it differently. They do their own supers. It's what keeps HVZ interesting. That's why it's fun to go to lots of different HVZs. No 2-1 does their super zombies the same. Don't you do their respawns the same? That's the one that could be a little bit more standardized. I don't recall what Maryland Mayhem's RAG's respawns rules are. But your time is up.
Thank you so much, you guys.
We may have you on as a special guest.
If folks of the staff are feeling brave enough, I'm sure they'd love to come on. And if you guys want to have me sometime, just say the word. Thank you so much.
We just might. If they want, we'll drag you. Right.
That's right.
Get
Thanks,
off my
Nick.
lawn. Get off. Get out. Be gone. If you would like to call in, the number is 717-722-5999. Give us a call.
By the way, can I revisit something we talked about earlier?
No, we've moved on. Quit living in the past.
Well, we're gonna do it anyway. It's a tangent. You and I should make. We'll figure out when. What about me and you make our own? We'll make our own Mandalorian things.
I've been wanting to make Mando armor forever. Need to get
All
around
right.
to it.
We're gonna put that on the list, and we'll find a venue to do it. And we'll do. Yeah, I think we should. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
We need to get something to do with Star Wars themed HVZ, and then we'd be right as rain.
If we start this, and someone's gonna do, it's gonna happen. We're pushing the snowball down the mountain, and it's gonna be huge. So that way, we and you can spitball ideas. We'll have orange and yellow Mando suits, and this is going to be something stupid and so much fun.
Yes.
All right.
I want to do the heavy Mando, the Paz Vizsla one, because he had a big old machine gunny looking thing, triple barreled, built on an MG42, because of course, had a hose that went to a backpack, so easily proton packable, it's just amazing. And then build an air tank in with a solenoid to fire a rocket. Just put a Titan rocket up there. I want to do it.
All right. You do the backpack fed. I'll do the something stupid and large in my hand. So we're not both backpack fed, but something also. Yeah. Yes.
Or you could do arm mounted. You could do the dual arm mounted thing.
Yeah.
Because it's really easy to mount you've got a Jupiter. It's really easy to mount a Jupiter to an arm.
To anything. On top of we're this is on the list. This is on the list. Oh, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I need to track down. I may have to. Well, we got a caller. Somebody's got our number. What? Sure. Who are you? Who are you? What do you want?
God damn it.
Hello? Anybody there? No?
I was hoping for a lawn care service, but apparently our lawn is just uncareable. All right. Whoever it was, they lost connection or bailed.
But you never know. I mean, it says get off my lawn. I can imagine somebody coming in with lawn care advice.
That'd be fun. Hello, this is True Green.
Oh yeah, someone pointed out you should have a Jupiter on one arm and Maritime Foam's gauntlet on the other.
Yes. You know what? We should have had. Why did I think of bringing a Maritime Foam's gauntlet to Mayhem? It would have been.
I would have lived longer if I'd had one of Maritime's gauntlets.
And it's easier
in hindsight, you're like, that would have been a really good idea.
I know.
Might have saved me. Might not have saved me. You never know.
No, it was. It will. Let's go with that. Yeah.
What blaster would be best to imitate the bison? What is a bison? Bison? What are you talking about?
No idea. No idea. Oh, I like this though. I gotta finally put the visor on my helmet, but then I might get a new helmet. But then again, my head is so huge that I don't know if that's a good idea or not. But I gotta have a helmet. Yeah, never mind. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I figured that much, but what's it from? What does it look like? Throw me a bone, man.
Could I master key a shellfish on something?
I mean, you could.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
That might be something.
It vaguely resembles a tactical AK-47 with a spiral tube mag.
What game is that from, man? What do you want to know?
Now, apparently, it's real. Maybe.
What?
I'm looking into it. The PP-19
Oh,
Bison.
Yeah.
No, it is an AK.
Yeah, it is. I've seen this before.
There, unfortunately, isn't really I can't think of a good Nerf blaster that actually resembles an AK. We got ones that look like ARs because we've got the Jin Urso blasters and even a Strife. The closest you're going to get is a Strife with a cosmetic kit, which there are AK cosmetic kits for the Strife.
Yes, there are.
The drum. I mean, the best you're really going to be able to do is get like maybe one of the 18-round drums and then put the tube on it just for cosmetics. But it's going to be, off to one side. You could go with a 35 if you wanted to make it look cartoonish and have a big old tube drum on there.
It's not going to work. That's not going to work. Here's my better question. Of all the ones, why'd you pick a Bison? Like, really?
Because it's weird looking. It's neat.
Unique. Why that?
Because it's weird. I dig it.
It's weird. Yeah.
I dig it because it's weird.
I dig it too, but not this thing where it's to make that look like of all the things, it's like let me find the most impossible thing and make this happen. Like, come on, man.
Man, I made a smart gun. Don't give me impossible.
That is not beyond it. That is it. Come on. A couple of videos of you, that is very doable. That is very, very doable.
Yeah, it's well, I mean, there was another weapon, I can't remember what it was called, that had a similar tube magazine, but it went on the top of the weapon.
Calico.
Is that what it's called? I know they used it in Star Wars because it was so weird looking.
They use it in a lot of movies. Hold on. I think it's a Calico. Oh, it's Callus something. Don't get old, you forget stuff. You see it in a bunch of the 80s or 90s. Yeah, it is the Calico. It's also got a horizontal mag that sits on top of it, and it looks space age, which is why you see it in different things. Yeah. And I think the mag's like ending on like the full one, like 50 or 75.
They used it in Phantom Menace.
Yep. They also used it in Spaceballs. Spaceballs 2 is coming out, apparently, finally.
I saw that.
I am excited about that. It better be good.
Yeah, well, I mean, if it wasn't, would we know?
I know. We can hope. We can hope. If you've never seen the Spaceball, kids, go watch Spaceballs. It's a great movie.
Yuri's in the chat, and he also, he called it the Calico. What?
See? The Calico.
Yeah, that's what that's too, the man. Conversation we're having. Yeah. Helical feed. Yeah.
It is.
Weird stuff.
There was something. What else was I thinking about? I can't remember. Well, see, that's the whole thing. Like, mimicking real firearms is fun, but at the same time, we got to be careful not to, because that's always the trick not to.
Which is why you go with the weird-looking ones that no one's going to recognize.
Yeah, that's true, too. There is that as well.
And paint it bright colors.
Always the bright colors. Oh, yeah. So, Scared has come to officially closed.
Yep.
They hit their goal.
The second Scared Kickstarter has closed. They met their minimum goal and at least one stretch goal. Though they did decide they're going to change up. Basically, they're just going to do more of these rather than, we didn't make the stretch goal. You will never get the H harness. No, it'll just be another Kickstarter further down the line, which is fine. As long as we get more colorful tactical gear, I don't care how they go about it.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited.
Yeah. So let's see, we got another 25 minutes. Our number is 717-722-5999. Or if you like numbers in pairs, 7177225959.
How is that dart still stuck to your head?
I don't know.
It's become one with his skull, man. It's like glued on, I think.
Our number is 7177225999.
Please call us. We just want to talk to somebody. No, we don't. Yes, we do. We don't know. Find out.
The
when you
bright
call.
green bandolier, yeah. Bandolier. I do like.
Oh yeah, the bright green bandolier. What? Did you say a bright green bandolier? Oh my god, I feel broken.
Because you are. That's why you're
I am.
having someone cut you.
I'm gonna have someone
That'll make it all better.
It will. What's that? A bright green bandolier, he said.
Yay!
Bright green bandolier. The thing. It is the thing. I'm not gonna put it on properly. I'm just gonna wear it like a thing around my neck.
Pashmina.
I can't. I'm nuts. Ow. Oh. I think I just cramped.
Part of me kind of wants to build an orange loadout. Or not an orange loadout. I have many an orange loadout. A green loadout. Especially for hunting zombies.
I'm definitely leaning into white.
Did
So like
I
a
know
stormtrooper type of
Joann's
deal.
was bought by Michaels? Isn't there usually a Joann's next to every Michaels? I failed to get to my local Joann's when they were going out of business. I should have bought stuff. I need like new scissors and a cheap sewing machine. And actually, I'd like to get a heavy duty sewing machine so I can sew my own tack gear. I don't know that the machine I have could handle going through multiple layers of web gear and and bias tape.
Oh man, I gotta stand for a minute.
Back braces in those colors. Yes. Yes. They should definitely make a big old weightlifting belt style back brace.
Oh, and
yes, Joann's is out of business. They got bought out.
Big on, man.
Big Lots went out of business, but apparently got bought up by Ollie's, which means we might get Ollie's here in the Pacific Northwest.
There you go.
Big Lots hiding as Ollie's.
Speaking of bandoliers, I do have a boomstick one.
Nice.
Silly shells. This thing is great, man. This one, because I am not of the svelte variety, so it might have a couple more loops, and he guessed right just so it fit me right. So it didn't look like a bro.
I do have an antique sewing machine that one of these days I need to finish doing some work on for a friend. Someday. I don't know where it went, though. Is it still on that shelf? It's around here somewhere. Could be anywhere.
And apparently I'm giving a shout out to Foam-Mando a lot.
A vintage magazine rack. Like, for putting, like, Time magazine or, like, Nerf magazines? I wonder if you could put Nerf magazines in a magazine rack.
So these are...
Getting out the bondage stuff, I see. Yeah, the good stuff.
I had a right one, and then Mayhem, he had a left one that he made for someone, but they declined, so I got it off him. But then never mind, also the dropout. So again, Foam-Mando, the stuff he makes.
So much good stuff.
He sews it all himself, man. Did you guys talk sewing machines?
No. Yeah, Shells is a dubious place because it's more logistics, it's more stuff to pick up, it's more stuff to print. But the neat ones allow you to have one blaster that can fire a bunch of different types of ammo, and that's really cool, which I dig.
I made a mess over here.
Sounds like something you would do.
It is exactly what I would do.
Commando stuff is very cool. I need to
I don't know what I'm doing.
pick his brain and design myself an H harness.
Yeah. Doesn't Foam-Bando do an H harness?
Yeah.
Or he also
Zoom
does
talks to
bandolier.
get one from him, but he got busy, I think. I don't know. Or I never got him my measurements or something. Now he's...
See, there we go.
Yeah, now he's... Yeah.
I just got to put the visor on it. My head is just huge.
And we need someone to sell something like the Apple Vision as a real-life HUD, but rated for high FPS airsoft. Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, I had a Vufine that I used to mount to my mask, which would then feed to a camera that was on my blaster.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I designed it years ago, and then it came in real handy when I designed the smart gun, because that's literally how the smart gun is supposed to work. I've got videos on it. It's really cool. I brought it up in one of the few Nerf tournaments that I actually took place in, one of the RAG tournaments, because they had a rule against blind fire. You couldn't shoot, blindly from cover. You had to, look at where you were shooting. I'm like, if I have a heads-up display that goes to my mask and I can see where my blaster is pointing, does that count? And they're like, I like it. It definitely doesn't violate the rules as written, but no, you can't use that. You're like, good call. That is the correct answer.
Yeah. That seems fair. I feel like this helmet, because it's a construction helmet, would go well with like a shellfish loadout.
Yes.
Something like this with the heavy. That kind of makes sense to me.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I got to get a shellfish. If anyone has an extra shellfish, just send it to Al the Geek. Why would this lock into place?
Doesn't like you. You did not ask
know.
properly. Ask politely.
I'm
Say please.
sorry. Yes, please. Thank you. Come again.
What was my camera? I don't even remember. It was an action cam of some kind, one of those Picatinny rail mounted ones.
What year?
I don't remember the name of it.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was gonna say your color scheme matches Helldiver's colors, which is a great crossover. You've got Mandalorian Helldivers.
I think that'd be a lot of fun, and that's gonna happen. I can see that.
Not that I've ever played Helldivers, because first-person shooter would make me sick.
Oh, that's right. Because for you, it like makes you your balance and stuff.
Makes me motion sick as all get out.
That's it. That's a problem. No one likes motion sickness.
No, it's unpleasant.
No one.
Nobody.
So again, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't done so already, be sure to like and subscribe and share, man. The more people that know about us, the more we can make happen. As it is summertime,
we got plans.
We do have plans. And it's the summertime. People are busy and stuff like that. We're between events. So that's why we're kind of slow rolling. But at the same time, we are not resting. We are not sleeping. Trust me, as new fun stuff comes out, man, we'll make it happen. We'll show it. We'll share it. That is our whole goal. Don't forget to share our videos to people that have no idea what the hobby is. It's amazing. Again, today I had a bunch of roofers over. I was talking to them, and they're like, "So what is this hobby about?" And I said, "You let me make this easy. There's a guy. His name is Captain Xavier. Go watch his YouTube channel for a while, and you'll figure it all out pretty soon. And then go find the World Foam Alliance, and go find everyone else after that. That is usually an easy way to get people. Yeah, dude, your videos work, man. Your stuff works, and you're entertaining enough. So if you have new people to introduce the hobby, sometimes just send them Cap's YouTube channel, and it works. I mean, you can also tell them to go listen to two old guys argue about stupidness on channels, which is also fun. But as a gateway into the hobby addiction, Captain Xavier seems to work very well. No, call in with videos.
I've been told that a lot, actually. Like, you're the reason I got into this. Like, I refuse to accept the responsibility of that. You can't pin that on me. Like, I saw your video and then I got into it and now I'm here. Like, I mean, just because it's true doesn't mean I have to accept it.
That's not my fault. You have no self-control.
1,600 to rent Gettysburg College.
Wow.
That would be fun.
That would be. That ain't bad.
What bottle cap?
That won't be too bad. Gettysburg College, if that comes together. That's always a possibility. When we do call-ins merging like a video call, it's not something we can do right now. We are not that diverse. Or that
no, because you're literally calling in with a phone rather than like Face App or. I mean, yeah.
And it's easier to regulate. And as much as we love our community, I do not want to risk having a video call in where someone does something inappropriate and gets our whole YouTube channel banned. We'd love
yeah,
to.
We have enough. Discord channels have enough trouble with that when they allow video chat, which is why most Discords only do voice chat.
Yep. I did not know that, so I'm learning stuff today. So yeah, that's a definite no. That's why. That is why. Also, when it comes to streams and stuff like this, we can only put so many video streams on up at once. We have the man behind the curtain who makes this all look beautiful and well, because otherwise, if it was me and Cap doing it, it'd be back to like our first couple episodes where it's like, all right, we're on.
Is this thing on? Trying to figure out how do I get somebody in on my stream. The north-south. Yeah, see, there. I don't know how I'm. It's a little dubious, but it is at Gettysburg, so I could go for it.
Oh,
trick would be trying to decide which side I want to be on.
Never mind that. They have that store. Remember the store with all the little army?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Cool store. Yeah. One of the early Maryland mayhems I went to, I stayed with Al the Geek, and he and I went up to Gettysburg, saw the battlefield, saw the memorials, went to the toy store. It was cool.
Yes. Oh my God. Every army known. It's just crazy. Yeah. The little like metal figurine shop in Gettysburg with the different armies. It was so cool. We were smart enough to run away before we spent all our money.
Yes. Now when I travel, I have different side quests. I always look for any local Lego stores so I can get my Lego passport stamped, and I look for soda shops to try to find new root beers. And it's been very successful on my last couple of trips. I definitely plan to do that if I make the trip to Detroit. One of the other reasons I was planning to fly into Cleveland and drive to Detroit is there are 2 Lego stores in Cleveland and only 1 Lego store in Detroit. Plus, there were 2 major soda shops on the way to Detroit.
I was gonna say, driving to 4 to 6 hours, there's got to be something else you're encountering too, other Lego stores.
Lego stores, root beer stores, bricks and wheels. We do our side quests.
Yeah, you do.
Jank stick.
Why? Is Andrew thinking about going with you?
No, this would probably be deplorable.
Nice. That'll be good.
Yeah, I'm looking. I hope I don't miss the stream tomorrow.
I gotta remember to do that tomorrow. What do I got tomorrow? I got something tomorrow. I'm not sure.
8 Central. So that's 6 o'clock my time. You know what? I'm gonna I'm going to go ahead and put an alarm on my phone, or I will
Look at that
forget.
on the calendar, crazy.
Yeah, we'll put it here. 5.
Andy Griffiths here on Nerf. Send us a thumbnail and a link for your
Nerf.
thing. Send it to us and we'll share it to a bunch of people so you can watch it. So yeah, send us the link. And we'll
Cool.
see how many people we can entice to come watch. Then we
It's
get yelled
in
and make
my
them feel guilty.
think. What else have I got on my desk? A stick.
By the way, this helmet has definitely proved that even though I have some wicked glue, spikes need to be screwed on and not glued on because they'll just pop off.
Man down.
I think this one made it to Mayhem with 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 12 spikes. I am down to 4. So yeah, I think screws are a good idea.
If you haven't been to an End War, you should go to at least one, just so you can say you've been to End War. I went to End War in 2019, which means I don't have to go again. I do know someone who has been to every single End War. There's like 4 people that can say that.
Yep. Has Drac been to everyone?
I would hope so. I assume he's one of the ones that has been to all of them.
It should be one of the ones. Wait, I've been to 2 End Wars.
I don't think they will actually let you put links in in the chat. It's worth a try, but I don't think they will.
Yeah. Wait, I've been to 2 End Wars. The one in Georgia and then the one in Rochester.
Listen, in 2019, it was in Georgia, and it was 98 degrees, 98% humidity. I probably did lose 5 pounds just in sweat.
Yeah.
Had one crew member go down to the heat, had another one says they ain't been warm since Georgia. I wonder if they actually burned out their internal thermostat.
Probably. When I was down in Georgia, though, that was just me as a vendor. I didn't know many people. And I never participated in the End War. I just came for the convention thing. Things are different now. I've changed my mind. It's evolution. There will be changes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Very cool. All right, we're nearing the end, brother. What do you got going on this week or the next 2 weeks that you want to tell people about?
Nothing. And that's on purpose. Because last month was nuts, so I'm taking this month off.
Yeah, that's I support that. I definitely support that. I'm having hip replacement surgery on Monday, so I am out for about a month, but I'll still be available for our show. I should be available for our show. And I think on that one, we'll probably have a guest. I haven't figured out who, but I think I have an idea who we're going to try to grab for that.
Yeah, we should get a guest for next time.
I think we're going to do that. If you have a suggestion for a guest, feel free to tell us. But you know what that means? We'll probably not listen to you, but you know what? Suggestions always don't hurt. So I'm kidding. Sometimes we listen to you. It all depends if it lines up and stuff like that, but we'll make sure it happens. Also, so last week, if you all didn't notice, and Andrew, aka Dart Sweep, he was not available. His life has been a little crazy and busy. He hopes to be on next Wednesday, and I think he will be. So we'll keep you posted as long as that happens. But yeah, Andrew and Foam Zone should be on this Wednesday. I'm not sure who he's got yet, but we should be posting that as well. And again, the following week after that will be myself and Captain Xavier. I should be somewhat more mobile. I may have a cane too. I can wave. Oh, see, I'll have a cane. I can like wave it at people when they're on the phone call and say, "Get out of here." That's enough, man.
Yeah.
Which reminds me, I have a cane and I have two walkers. The reason I have 2 is one for upstairs and one for downstairs, just so my wife doesn't kill me when I say, "Can you please bring it upstairs?" Because I'm a dummy now and I can't bring it upstairs. But one, I think I'm going to spray paint it black and I'm going to Al the Geek it. And my nieces and nephews already told me my cane better look much cooler and I better do something to it. So yeah, no pressure. Instead of relaxing it I apparently got to make stuff. But I like making stuff. So what am I bitching about? Who knows?
No.
I don't know.
Now the root beer bottle isn't. It's Frosty's was the root beer that bottle cap came from.
He put it in a place where he couldn't forget it, and that's why he'll know where it is.
Yeah.
And if we had another hour, God knows what else would be stuck to his head. So part of it, we got to make sure this ends before there's more stuff stuck to his head, and then we, no. Then we got to make some phone calls. We don't want to make some phone calls. If you work for a large corporation or company and would love to have Captain Xavier come out and host an event, he will be doing it. He charges a lot of money, and it will be fantastic. If you know other people that want to do corporate events up in the Pacific Northwest and they would love to have an event by Captain Xavier, you find him, man. Send him a message. He will do it, and you know it'll be awesome, and it'll be worth every penny. So
I have done birthday parties too.
See?
They don't pay as well though. You gotta get the corporate rates, man.
You
or rich kids.
You should do like a funny ad, like one of your when you're your loadout videos. We do this funny voice. I think you should do a funny ad just for shits and for poops and giggles on and post it. And the funny thing is, if it actually gets picked up as a real ad, it's great. But it starts off as funny, and then someone says, "Yes, we'd like to do that." Cool.
Yeah, no, that would be fun. Do you have a boss you'd like to shoot in the face? Well, convince them to hire me to run an Earth War for you. Alternatively, do you have some underlings that need to be taught what's what? Contact me to run an Earth War.
Dude, and then in front of your trailer, I'll bring this. Just like a used car salesman from the trailer. I think that'd be just gold for funny to watch. Never mind if it actually brings you up business even thing. It's a win-win. Well, I think it'd be funny. Well. That is my personal request. All right, so we've accomplished something. You're going to make an ad. You're selling yourself to corporate events. We're going to do crazy Mandalorian armor, so someone has to do a Star Wars themed HVZ. I think this is all coming together beautifully. And we got to go. He's sticking to it. He thinks to it.
It's getting out of hand here, man.
Oh, one more plug. Tomorrow night, CR Nerf doing a live show talking about his big event. Make sure to check him out tomorrow. He will drop the.
It finally fell.
He'll drop the link
for like an hour and a half
on the socials as well. That ain't too bad. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, as always, man, thank you for coming out. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for listening to us. Thanks for calling in. Thanks for talking to us. We always love hearing from you, and we love doing this. We are the World Foam Alliance. What we try to do is try to connect people all over the place. Why? Because we should. We are all awesome nerds, and we should all get together and have fun things and shoot stuff at each other because that's what we do. And make stuff, but that's what we do. This Wednesday, again, Foam Zone will return with Andrew. And then after that, myself and Captain Xavier will be back on with Get Off My Lawn, another episode, and we'll probably have a guest. And tomorrow, even though he's not part of the World Foam Alliance, he might as well will be, or whatever, something. CR Nerf, go check out his live show. And Captain Xavier is also doing a live thing on Friday because he's sorting darts, and we'll talk to you while he's sorting darts, and we'll answer questions, and maybe throw darts.
A lot of darts to sort. Luckily, it's pretty much all full length, half length, and rival, so it sorts easy.
That means you can concentrate more on the silly questions you may get.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. With that said, don't forget to like and subscribe. Oh, my God, I'm so done. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Ladies and gentlemen,
get off my lawn.